Howdy folks, Kirk and Jay here with Kirk Giordano Plastering with a tip of the day. This is what we call a fine lace or a Spanish lace skip trowel finish, one of the hardest to match. I came here yesterday and the fella did all the lower windows himself a year ago, and he says, well, Kirk, what do you think? And I said, what do you do for a living? He says, I'm a plumber. And I said, man, I suck at plumbing. I got to hire that out because my walls would leak. And he says, what are you trying to say? It sucks. And I said, it's good for a first timer. He says, well, I watched your videos. I said, watching our videos, guys, you can learn how to do the paper and wire. You can learn how to do the base coat. But a fine lace skip trowel finish, you're not going to learn by watching the videos. When I worked union, I did skip trowels just every day, day after day, month after month. That's all I did was skip trowel finishes, so you get a hang of it. Anyway, I was looking at his finish, and by the way, guys, see this pink color? It's like a brick. Anytime you paint stucco too, you'll see it. But this pink color is maintenance free. How long has this color been on here? I think they stopped making this pink about 30 years ago. They make a Miami peach now. It's kind of close. But anyway, getting off of all that. This color code is about 77 years old. The house is built in 1950. It's 17 now, so about 77 years old. Anyway, the color is still on, and it still looks good, and it will remain on for another 100, 200 years. The color is never going to come off. But anyway, getting back to what he did, and he says, well, gee, can you fix it? And I said, well, you don't ever want to put a finish over a finish. And he says, it's going to come off, huh? I said, no, it's not going to come off. You didn't need a bonding agent because this is a color coat maintenance-free porous finish. Integrated. It's a mouthful, but it's what it is. If it was painted, then he would need a bonding agent for this to adhere. So what I told the fella is, I said, well, you're kind of stuck now, unless you want to redo the whole thing. I said, take a trowel and get it off of here because when you paint all this excess, it is really going to show. And he says, well, can I grind it? But that's a story for another job, another day. He is going to eventually grind it all off, and we're going to fix that up for him. But he says, well, I thought I did a better job than the fellas who did my door. So he showed me the door. And I thought, okay. Well, these guys, they did the base coat. The base coat, you can get Home Depot, Lowe's, anywhere. But the base coat doesn't have this really fine sand. This is again a Spanish lace fine finish. The sand is a silica sand, and it's basically a 2030. So these guys didn't even try to texture; they just put a bunch of blobs. So I said, you did a much better job than they did. We're going to go over here, and I'm going to go up top, and I'm going to show you guys how to match this finish. And we were looking at this one too, which he matched. He actually used the same material I'm going to use. The only difference is I've got a lot of time in and he doesn't. So I'm going to get up top and then I'll show you how to do this, guys. Okay, guys. I am up here on another balancing act. And for you fellows who say, hey, if you're in my home state, OSHA would fine you. No, OSHA would not fine me. We are not above a certain height and I don't need guardrails here. Although, when I did from here to here, I only stood on a 2x4, but I didn't show you folks that. I'm kidding. Lou, give me some mud. All right. When I did do that little part, I was thinking about a whole bunch of useless stuff that didn't amount to nothing, got dizzy, flipped over. Lou, fortunately, was down below, caught me. I said, wow, man, how'd you catch me? And he said, because you screamed like a wee baby. I looked up and you're in my arms. But that's another story. What we're doing, guys, is, as I say, we are putting on a skip trowel, and this finish shouldn't pass this finish. If this finish, the depth is past this depth, eyesore when it's painted. And paint enhances flaws. Anybody who does your stucco and they say, hey, paint it, man, it'll blend it all in, is full of crap because paint enhances flaws. Anyway, getting back to what we're doing here, you can take your skip trowel. I get asked this often. People say, gee, can I take my skip trowel on top of another skip trowel? Only if you really know what you're doing. Because like the fella earlier, if Jay has the technology, he'll show you my finish versus the other one, where side by side, he went too far over here. And it just shows. After you paint it, it shows. So he didn't do a bad job for somebody who's not in the trade, but when he paints that will show unless corrected. So me, I'm just taking a light hand, relaxing, and just skipping it. And this too, guys, it does take a lot of practice to skip this with this fine lace finish. I could not skip this if I used the base coat material. Not me. I'm pretty good, but I can't do that. And I couldn't do it well where when it's painted it wouldn't be noticeable. So you got to know your cements, guys. A lot of stuff about this trade that takes a lot of years. I remember Lou when we first started doing this 7 years ago. I would say, "Man, how come you're showing everybody all the secrets? Nobody's going to hire us." And the truth is, nobody wants to do this hard work that takes so many years to learn. So we show you folks how we do it, and what you can do is the lath, the scratch, the brown, but certain things you're not going to learn just by watching a video, and this is one of them. Anyhow, what I do is I match this, we match it, we get it all pretty, get it where we think we want it. Then the last thing is, guys, is to feather it in. Okay, you take your trowel, clean it real well. Now a light touch. I'm going to it's barely held. If I hold it tight and put serious strength on it, it's going to push this into it. It's not going to match. But if I hold it real gentle, like a wee baby, and just barely touch it, that does it, guys. You don't have to look. That does it. Just really, really light. And what you don't want to do is knock it down too flat. You want it just right, like in that old fairy tale, The Three Bears. That one is too heavy, this one is too fine, this one is just right. So you get it just right, guys. And this does take practice and a good eye. You get it just right, and if I myself do something, I say, man, I screwed that up, I just redo it and make it right. Anyway, my name is Kirk, Jason on the camera. We thank you guys for watching, and as usual, we'll see you guys on the next one. Also, guys, Jason has just signed us up to Amazon affiliates because we get so many calls of where do you buy all these tools and material besides going to the plastering yard. So you just click on any of the thumbnails or look in the description and you can just hit a link, boom, you're at where we purchase our own thing. I personally don't make any money off of these videos, but recognition far beyond the measurement in money as far as I'm concerned. Jay makes a few bucks, but that's another story. Anyhow, you folks want to see where we buy all that stuff, simply click on our links and you can buy everything that we buy, and I'll even show you the tools we use. Once again, folks, we thank you for watching, and I really enjoy all your comments.
If you guys like this video, please click the like button down below, and also if you enjoy what we do, subscribe to our channel so we can keep making these videos for you.
My name is Kirk.
And Jay.
We thank you for watching, and from the entire Giordano family, we'll see you on the next one.